Hi guys, welcome to my channel which is Excellent MS Excel. In today's video we will learn about array functions. First we need to know the meaning of an array. The meaning of an array is collection of items. In the context of MS Excel we can say an array is a collection of values. The values can be text or numbers residing in a single row or in a single column or multiple rows and columns. And now we need to know about the array functions. The basic difference between a regular formula and an array formula is the array formula works on multiple values at once. That's the reason it is called as an array function. Let's learn about these functions or these formulas with an example. We have some functions in Excel which are called as array functions as they work on more than one values at once. Let's learn about them. The first function which we can talk about is transpose function. Let's assume I want to change the values from column to rows, so I'll be using here the transpose function. This is an array function. How we have to use, we have to provide an array to this function to convert that column to the row. So I'll be selecting here the entire column and then I have to press enter here. As I press enter here, I didn't get any value as I had to select at least 5 cells because I want to have values of 5 cells. So I'll be selecting here 5 cells. Then I have to press F2 to go to the edit mode to edit the function, and then I have to press Ctrl Shift and enter all the keys together to enter an array function. Now you can see the values were in the column and now the values are being shown in a row. So this is the functionality of a transpose function, which is an array function which processes multiple values at once. So this was a single example. Now we go to another example to learn more about array functions. Here we have sales for some products of a company and for Feb and March. Now we want to check the difference, the maximum difference. Now one way to do this is to subtract the value one by one for all the products, which is like this. I'm writing here difference and then I have to subtract the value like this, and then Ctrl D to copy down the function. I am just using Alt HOI here to adjust the column width. Now I have to find the maximum difference, so I'll be using here max, and then I have to select all the numbers to get maximum number out of these numbers. I got 177 here, but here we can see we have used 3 steps here, but this can be done in a single step using an array function. How to do that? Let's learn that. What I have to do, I have to click here and I'll be writing here maximum difference, maximum sales difference. And here I'll be writing max. Then I have to start the bracket. I have to provide numbers to the max function. To provide the numbers, what I'll be doing, I'll be selecting the entire range from C3 to C7, then minus sign, and then the entire range from B3 to B7 representing sales for Feb 23. And then now I have to press Ctrl Shift enter all the keys together, as these functions are also called as an array function or CSE function. CSE stands here for Ctrl Shift and enter. I am replacing here 8 with 7, and then I have to press Ctrl Shift enter. As I press, you can see I got result 177 in a single step, and in the formula bar we can notice that we got curly braces at the beginning and at the end of the formula. So this is the indication that this is an array function. Now we got to know about the array functions, the functionality or the concept of an array function. Now we will learn about the choose function and then the array version of the choose function. So first we need to know about the choose function. Choose function helps us to get a value, to select a value by specifying a number to get that value from a list. Like if I write here choose and then I have to provide an index number, I am providing here 1, then I have to provide the list of values. So at on the top of the list, the first value in the list is for example apple, then the second is banana, and third one is orange. In the same way I can provide a long list. I have provided here four items in a list, and I have specified here 1 as index number. So when I close this bracket, when I enter this function, like I just have to close the bracket and enter the function. As I entered, I got apple because the first item in the list is apple, and I wrote here 1. If I write here 2 and then enter, I got banana because the second item in the list is banana. So this is the functionality of choose function. Now we will be using choose function with VLOOKUP as an array function. So how to do that, let's learn that. In this sheet we have data for employees of a company, and suppose we want to know about the job role of an employee with its employee ID by stating the employee ID. But as we know that VLOOKUP function looks for a value in the first column and returns the value in the corresponding column. But in our case, in our data, the employee ID is the 7th column, so we can't use VLOOKUP function alone here. So we will be using here VLOOKUP function with choose function. So how to do that, I'll be going to sheet 2, and here I'll be writing employee ID. I have to specify here the employee ID, and then here I want to know about the job role of that employee ID. So let's suppose I'm writing here, I'm copying here one employee ID from here and writing here that here, and now I have to specify a formula here, right? Now before specifying the VLOOKUP function here, we need to know about the column numbers which we need. We need 7th column number and the 12th column number, right? So let's start VLOOKUP function. I have to write an equal sign, then VLOOKUP bracket start. The first argument is lookup value, the value to look up for. So this value is in the cell I13. Then I have to provide a table array. Now to provide the table array, we need to use the choose function. As we know, the column which we have to look up for the value is not in the first column. We have to make that column as 1. To do that, we will be using the choose function here. So how to do that, choose function, and then in curly braces, as we know we have multiple values, more than one value in a single column, then 1 and then 2. Now I have to select the range which I want to make as 1 and then 2. So I'll be going to this sheet and I have to make 7th column as 1. So I'll be selecting here the entire column from G1 to G147 and then comma. Now I have to provide the value 2. So I'll be selecting the entire L column from L1 to the L1471. So this is the end of the choose function. I just have to go back. So I'll be closing here the choose function. Now comma. Now I have to provide the column index number. If I come here back and I have to delete this sheet 2, as I have to specify a single number here. I want to get the value from L column. So now I have to specify here 2, as I have made a virtual table with only 2 columns. So I want to get the value from the second column corresponding to this employee ID in the first column. Then comma, range lookup. I'll be specifying here false, as I want exact match. So I have to write here pause and then bracket close, and now enter. Instead of pressing only enter, I have to press Ctrl Shift and enter, as I have used choose function here to make a virtual table, and to use that I have used more than one value. So this function is now is an array function, so I have to use CSE here. CSE stands for Control Shift and enter. So we got laboratory technician. Let's check it out. If I go to this sheet and look up for the value, I have specified this value, and if I check out, the function has given us the correct value. Now if I write any other value, like the value which is this one, and I should get the value as manager. So let's change the value. Let's paste the value which I have just copied. So we got manager. So this function is working very smoothly. That's all for this video. Thank you very much for watching the video. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos like this,